Hey there everyone, today we're going to talk a little bit about the all-access ship tour on board Royal Caribbean's Symphony of the Seas. Let's go. Hi everyone, John here from Byte Size Cruises. Welcome to our channel. We are a travel agency trying to give you the best information possible about cruising so that you can plan to go on an amazing cruise vacation. Today, we're going to talk about the all-access ship tour. I can't show you much of the ship tour. I'll show you some of the ship here. But the ship tour, you are really not permitted to video. You are allowed to take pictures, but you have to keep video to a real minimum, only in certain spaces. So I didn't want to infringe on that. I really do try to be a little more discreet and not follow the rules, so to speak. So I want to go through a little bit of what you see on the all-access ship tour and if I think it is worth it. We paid about $160 per person, and while I know that that's expensive, and I think it is probably a little bit more than I would have wanted to spend for the tour, I really do think it's worth it. It's an amazing experience and maybe something you should do once on each class of ship, or maybe once is good enough for you overall. But let's get into a little bit. Like I said, we paid about $168, something like that for it. And what happens is you show up on the morning of the tour. It starts at like 9 a.m. in the morning. There are a few options. We started at 9 a.m. We met at the dining room. You get hearing devices. So when you go through the tour, there's a lot of loud areas. So they will talk on a microphone and you will be able to hear it, which is very nice. You start out in the dining room and they go through all of the options. So you speak with like the head of the dining room, and they kind of give you an idea of how long they work. They let you ask some questions. They talk about dining room, how many meals are prepared. You then go into the kitchen and talk to one of the executive chefs about all the different galleys on board and what they do in each of the kitchens, what meals they prepare, what restaurants they prepare them for, such as the main dining room and all of those things. And you just get to see the mass amount of food and how they prepare everything, like the big containers where they make soups and potatoes and different things like that. And just to see the idea on scale of making 50 or 60,000 meals a day and what that looks like. You then get to go in a bunch of interesting places. One, you get to go really down below into I-95. You get a little tour. You get to see a little bit of the HR operations. You get to see a little bit of the backstage operations of the theater. And then you get to see what I think is really where you start getting your money's worth on the tour. You get to see a lot of the fridges, walk-in freezers, different things like that, and see how they process all of this food, how it all comes in, where it all gets distributed, how it all stays clean, and there are no issues with contamination or things not being in the right place, how they go through inventory, who orders the food, how often and how far in advance they order food. It's really amazing to go through the logistics of the cruise ship. They kind of show you how things go on turnaround day, which is when you get on and everybody else gets off the ship. And then they take you into the engine room. You get to talk to the chief engineers. They kind of give you an idea of what all the systems are, how they make water on board the ship, how they use the azipods to turn the ship, and how they get power up to the captain. When the captain says, hey, I need power, how the engineering team delivers on that for them, how they do it, what type of fuels they use. It is truly, truly fascinating. From there, you go up to the bridge, which is probably the showstopper moment for everyone. You get to see both wing bridges where they do coming into ports. You get to see the main part of the bridge. It's really decorated nicely. You get to see some of the officers' cabins and different things like that. It's just a really, really thorough, in-depth tour. Again, I don't think it's probably for everyone. If you're really interested in how a cruise ship works, I think this is probably a great thing for you. My question to everybody today is, have you done a behind the scenes tour? Did you find it interesting or fascinating? And do you think it's worth like 160 bucks? I actually think it's slightly expensive. I think it should be around 100 bucks, but I thought it was an amazing experience. I don't think I would do it again on an Oasis class ship. I've now seen it. I get it. I might do it again on another ship. But let me know your thoughts below. Let me know what you think. We would love to hear your opinion on it. And that's it. I just wanted to give you a quick heads up of what it was, what it's all about. And then you wrap up the tour, you return your stuff, and you head back out and enjoy the rest of your day. It is a long tour. It's about 2.5 hours. You get into a lot of details and the nitty-gritty. You get to talk and ask a ton of questions, and you really do get to see how this floating city works. So that's it for today. I wanted to give you a quick run through of that. Really appreciate you watching. Thanks so much. We would love for you to subscribe to our channel. We put out a brand new cruise video like this every single day. Thanks so much again. Have a wonderful day and happy cruising. Bye.